Peace, love, and light, healing through inspiration. How y'all doing? It's a great granddad's day. Feathers up. We're not just talking it; we're actually living it. It's been an awesome one. Still abundant, still growing. Uh, Things is coming into play. Things is coming in and happening. I should say. You know what I'm saying? Just putting some aloe vera on my hair. About to add some more, whatnot. Uh, you guys will see how we made the aloe vera oil in the video. We can usually look for it in the hair playlist. Um, but what I wanted to say is this though. There needs to be, some type of checking or whatnot that needs to go on, because there's a lot of health coaches, a lot of holistic health coaches and whatnot, and I just think that you know, maybe there's a lot of ways of doing things, but as far as there needs to be a certain boundary that needs to be set, because there's a certain clash and a different of dialogues that are just necessarily being changed and not necessarily obtained in the right way. You know what I mean? Um, so with that being said, it's kind of like, with us, we love the American brother Dr. Sebi, and the thing is, we love him. He means a lot, and I say American because America, he's from, well, his mother's from Honduras, and ask where is Honduras from? What continent is Honduras in? America, so that makes him an American. That's where his bloodline lies at. One of the things about the brother Sebi, he said when he went to Africa, I thought Africa would love me. They did not love him. They treated him like less than. This is the person who can cure AIDS, sickle cell, anemia, cancer, obesity, a multitude of diseases, and a lot of diseases that Africa even faces. Well, and he thought he was an African, so he would go there and he thought he would get love from that, but he didn't. They didn't have love. The government officials didn't have love for him, as well as the government officials still don't even have genuine love for the people, as far as a large mass of them, because just as far as the continent of Africa, they have received so many donations that there's been a lot of articles and research that supports that they could have enough money in order to rebuild Africa. That is a continent, the entire continent. But as you see, Africa still faces its troubles and it still is in scarcity and whatnot. So just with that being said, and as far as too, we did look at a bit of Llaila Afrika, but he's not even African. Can't even tell you what part of Africa he's from, what tribe he's connected to, and what tribe claims him too. That's another thing too. And what relative are you from Africa? And that's another thing too. You got to say, if you're from Africa, you can't just say a country in Africa. You had to know every nook and cranny as far as what Africa. Just like if you say you're from America, you go every nook and cranny. Like, oh, you go this way, that route. This way is quicker that way, because you know that because you're from there. You dig what I'm saying? And as far as too, a lot of his, not all of his information was correct. Just like I said, but Dr. Sebi, I know with Dr. Sebi, he was transparent. He admitted when he said things were wrong. Like he said one time he recommended almonds, and then he said almonds is hybrid. It's hybrid. There's some things he said to eat, and sometimes like eggplant. He said to eat eggplant, but eggplant isn't on his food list. It isn't on the alkaline electric food list. But he said to eat it, and I've eaten it before. But it's just things like that we have to listen objectively in order to decipher. You know what I'm saying? But and even still today, there's a lot of other new health coaches and holistic health coaches. And the thing is, they're pointing a certain demographic and a certain different type of narrative, and it's like, here it is. We're in the era of technology and communication. Technology is simply just making things easier than it ever is. Just making things easier. Break it down to pulley, lever, or just a enormous amount of systems. You hear me? But then too, when it comes to communication, as far as to communicate with each other, and there's a lot of information out here. This is the era of information. Really, as a lot of people say, it's the era of information. How fast can you get the information? That's really a value. That's really a value. So with that being said, there's more information that's out there in abundant, and you have people who are saying that this rather narrative, that previous narrative, when there's so much research that already proves it, that look up the definition American in the 1828 First Webster's Dictionary. Hell, we even put it on a T-shirt for you in the We even put it on the t-shirt for you on our website at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop. It pertains to a Native American applied to the originals or copper colored races here found by Europeans. Who is copper colored? Who's always been here on this continent, America? I just explained to you Dr. Sebi's mother's mother has always been in America. That is Honduras. That is the American continent. And that is in Mesoamerica, Central America, and a lot of the things too. If you look at the people there, even Spaniards, Europeans who've been there, who was on that land, and they said that the original Mexican, as far as always was of a Negro type feature, you dig that, and as well as even been if you look, there's even statues of people who have been there, and like such as a figure known as Gaspar Yanga. I'm probably pronouncing it correct. I'm sorry, incorrect. Gaspar Yanga, but he even had an afro. That was a man in Mexico who always had an afro. These are places and whatnot. This land, this American continent, it's always been us. You're gonna be finding the same species. They're like even too Brazilians. The original Brazilians. They look like people like you and I. And there's a lot of you're gonna see the same features and the same features and whatnot. People are brothers in Haiti, Jamaica, so-called Jamaica. This is our land, the Puerto Rico, and there we go, Rico, and then it's who comes with the word American, am in the French, it's soul and Rican and it's rich, rich soul. We are rich soul people, rich soul. This is why we have the rhythm. We have soul food. Soul is really the soul food is really what grows out the ground. That's the plants, not the soul, because the things that you're eating a dead corpse or whatnot. They think that you're eating that, and that's gonna make you foul, and that's gonna make you strong, but it really makes you more sick. This is why your grandmother has hypertension, high blood pressure, obesity, has to take insulin. These are things too. But as far as that, and then when it comes with these health coaches, they want to recommend you all this food. There's the avocado, the apple, the pear, the red onions, the quinoa, this banana, lettuce, romaine lettuce, kale. It's just so many blueberries, berries, and all this stuff. At the same time, they want to tote this African stuff and tote these African colors, or whether they be a Muslim or any type of other foreign entity other than American. But here's the thing: all this food to talk about, it grows here on the American continent. It grows here in America. So I don't get how you're going to be talking. You're so African. You're so foreigner, but yet you're using American food. Get your foreigner ass the frick on. That's a contradiction. And you want to sit there and wear all these African tribal and these African garb when you can't even claim what African, or what country in Africa claims you. What tribe in Africa claims you? Which one is that? How did you get here? Was it a slave ship? Was it a slave boat? Was it that? Oh, so you were a slave. Okay, look at the etymology of the word slave. Because you're a descendant of a Slav. Slave comes from Slavic. Slav pertains to European regions. So what part of Europe are you from now? Are you not a European? So how the heck are you a Slav? How are you descended from slaves? What is that? You came from this on a wooden paddle ship. You made it to the rapid waves of the transatlantic. Is that what's happened? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? You went to the rapid waves of the transatlantic. What type of food did you eat? How many people did it take to capture you? What water did you drink? Because you can't drink seawater. You'll get sick. You'll die from drinking all that salt water. And they want to sit there and promote this propagandist lie and no actual evidence, and there's no critical thinking. And it's just rather asinine justify that they could bring that many millions of y'all on so many boats. I mean, where are the ships? Where are the boats? Where are they? All these slaves, are y'all people that much docile that y'all would just go on or take where y'all live in our land and just go on the boat with some strangers? How many of them would round you up? And this is the same one of these health coaches who want to sit there and tie that in as far as with this fictitious information as far as them being an African. Africans do not claim you. They do not claim you. And if you're African, why don't you take your ass back to Africa and stay there, man? And when you're African and you so African this, African that, why are you taking my American food? Why are you taking our American people's culture? Why are you taking our American way of living, our cultures, our dance, our rituals, our speaking, our speech patterns, our movements, our phrases, and our energy, our currency? And the money is the currency. The food is the currency. The food is the money. Don't believe that. And do recognize that you are the currency as well. And all these other people too from Morocco, North Africa. I mean, go back there. Go back there, man. I'm just saying, all these foreigners, go back there. You don't have to necessarily claim mine. And just because if you have an issue and you're a foreigner with your land, you just leaving your land and coming to mine and just turning your back on yours and never going back, that's not going to solve your problem. That's not going to solve your issue. You have something else you have to deal with. It's better for you to best face it and not simply try to add on to mine, because we have our own things we're trying to deal with over here and try to take it as that. And plus too, and as far as I say this too, as far as with these health coaches and these holistic coaches, as far as that's not really healthy. It's not a healthy mindset, because when we talk about holistic has to do with whole. And not just the physical. That has to do with the mind. So if your mind isn't in the right state of place, literally you think you're from another continent, which you've never been to, don't know anybody from, you're not related to, no tribe claims you there, and you think that you're from there when you're really over here and your ancestry knows here, and the only thing you know of here, that is not right. That is not right. Your mind is in a mental state, and that is not healthy. That is not a healthy mind state. And anytime somebody simply brings that up to you and you want to sit there denial and sit there play a game that, it doesn't matter, well, what does matter then? What does matter? So why does it matter for you in order to adopt a foreigner culture and apply it as yours? That's culture appropriation. That's someone who's not comfortable with their own culture, so which they seek to steal and to strive off of somebody else's. That's thievery. That's not someone in the right mind. So if you call yourself one of these consultations, you're giving these consultations, you're so much about health, but you're not so right about your mind. And as far as with that, something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. You're doing the wrong thing, But hey, what do we know? But like we said, we asked a ton of questions on there. Please, you feel more than free to answer these questions. You hear me? You're more than free to answer these questions. But if you guys want to book a one-on-one consultation, you guys can do that by sending us an email at info@healingthroughinspiration with the subject consultation pertaining to what you want the consultation for. Or you can just DM us on Instagram at healingthroughinspiration. If you're not following us already, we post on a regular there. Go ahead and check us our story, exclusive stuff on there. And also I wanted to say is that too, we got our one-of-a-kind artwork at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop. And we also have our American apparel there as well, shirts, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, socks, polos, lots of great stuff there. Go ahead and check us out. Go ahead and cop our ebook too. It's on there on our website. And we got our business course too, because right now, especially with lockdown and going on and this fear virus and whatever, you guys need to get money from online. You guys need to be getting money, set up avenues, set up assets and whatnot that are gonna make you more money. With that, you're gonna need to know a course. You're gonna know how to start a business. So with that, we got that in the description box for you guys. Take the course. You guys serious? You guys want to make a change? If not, go ahead. You do the same things. You're gonna get the same result. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Share this with those who needs it. Hit the bell notification. Daily uploads. Peace, love, and light.